Hey everyone, it's CL. So for today's video, I want to talk about how Poshmark needs to change. Well, pretty much I'm going to rant about all the things I don't really like about Poshmark. Even though I think it's a great platform, I'm so grateful that it exists, that it gives us an opportunity to have like a business, a side hustle, a side income, whatever you want to call it. I am grateful that the platform exists and is allowing us that opportunity to kind of work for ourselves. But at the same time, I think there's just a lot of areas for improvement. So why this is coming about is because I was sharing my closet like crazy. I was very active today on the platform, sharing my closet, sharing other people's closet, following people, just being very, very active. So the reason why this is all coming about is because of this right here. I have a Poshmark injury because I am just overusing my thumb. Now this whole side of my wrist and my thumb is really sore because I was very, very active on the platform today. And I've been sharing like crazy. I've been following others. I've been sharing other people's closets. And I've come down with a Poshmark injury. So the way that I share my closet is mainly through my phone. And it's mainly me doing this motion here. So it's a lot of the same movement. And think about doing that motion many times throughout the week, throughout the month. So it really depends on like how active you want to be on Poshmark. I'm trying to be very active to bring up my sales. And I know some people have like a Posh assistant. I don't have that. It's just me. So it's a lot of the same motion. And now I have a Poshmark injury. So one of the main things that I think need to change with Poshmark is the amount of like this whole sharing thing. So one of the things that I like about eBay is that when you list something, you kind of don't really need to do anything else. You don't have to like do all this sharing to be more searchable in the algorithm. It's more like list something and just wait till it sells. So with Poshmark, you do have to be active. So when someone searches for your stuff, that you'll kind of be at the top of the search results and not kind of buried at the very bottom where you won't get too many views unless you have like a very unique item. So that's one thing I don't like is the amount of sharing we have to do, especially when you're like just starting out and building your following, building your closet. You want to share a lot because you want to have the opportunity for your things to be seen. And you know, it's that same motion. Not only you have to do it for your closet, you do it for other people's closets so they can in turn share your closet. So it's just like a lot of tedious work that you have to do. So that's one of the main things I don't like about Poshmark is the amount of sharing. Like I kind of hate it, and I understand why people have like Posh assistants because it's not fun. It's just not fun. So another thing that I think needs to change about Poshmark, and I think this will come with time, is that I hope that they do continue to expand the different categories, what you can sell under. I know there's just some things, like especially if it's like more so in the home category, or if you kind of don't know what category it goes in, you kind of put it under like other, but that other is so ambiguous. I kind of wish Poshmark would have more categories, and maybe that will come with time. I know that mainly the platform was to sell clothes and they just now integrated like home. So I think that will come with time, but I do wish that they had more categories, if that makes any sense. And maybe I'm just picky because I've been listing a lot recently and I'm just like, what the hell category does this thing go in? I don't even know. I'm just putting it under other each time. So whatever. One thing I also noticed too is that my home category items, they don't really sell great. And I don't know if it's because like what I'm selling under the home category, or if the home category just doesn't have a lot of views in general because people go to Poshmark mainly for clothes. Like I'm not really sure. So that's something I'm still kind of trying to figure out. Yeah, like one of the things that I also think needs to be improved when it comes to Poshmark is that when you are sharing your closet, that the filtering is a little bit limited. Like I would like to filter by items that haven't been shared recently. On the app, it has like a filter for just shared. I wish that they would have the opposite of that and be like things that weren't shared, so I know that I need to share those things to make them more visible, because I find that how Poshmark is set up, because it's more like a news feed type deal, that I tend to share like the same things over and over because they're just shared, and I try to switch it up and change the filter from like low to high or high to low and try to share it that way. But I feel like there's all of these items that are in between that I'm missing, because a lot of times I can't share my entire closet every day, but I do want to share those items that haven't been shared in a while, if that makes sense. Like, I want to share the stuff that hasn't had the opportunity to be shared the other times I was trying to share my closet. Does that make sense? So I guess my last gripe when it comes to Poshmark, I don't know if it's more of a Poshmark issue or if it's like a misunderstanding issue on my end, but one of the things that I kind of don't understand is what makes your closet successful. Like, if you do all the sharing, if you share other people's closets, like, what makes your closet successful? So I guess I'm just confused overall, like, what can you do to continue to make your closet successful? Is it listing more? Is it the sharing of your own closet? Is it the sharing of other people's closets? Like, sometimes I feel like you can hit all the check boxes that Poshmark allows you to do, and at the same time, it might not necessarily improve your closet. Like, I don't know if there's like a checklist of things that you can do to do better, to be more searchable, to be more visible. Like, if there's a sweet spot of things to do, or if it's just by chance, or if it just so happens to be like certain items that are selling. Like, I guess in my mind, it feels like you can do everything right. You can hit all the check marks on the checklist, but at the same time, that doesn't necessarily mean you'll have a successful closet. And I guess the disconnect for me is like, why not? Why doesn't that help your closet? Why doesn't sharing all the time help your closet? Why doesn't being active, sharing others people's closet help your closet, help your sales? So I guess that's more of a disconnect for me. Like, I don't quite understand. And I'm not sure if it's like a clear-cut answer, because maybe it is a combination of things. But I guess that for me, I'm looking for like a checklist. Is there a checklist that I can fulfill that will make my closet more successful? So still trying to figure that out, and I do follow a lot of other resellers. It's a mixture. They sell on Poshmark and eBay, but I've been following a lot of other resellers that they appear to be very successful. So I'm watching them closely to learn and do better, because I do want to make this a successful side hustle. So I am reviving my reseller closet. I'm pretty much starting from ground zero. So every sale I get, even if it's like a low dollar value, if I make $10, I'm pretty excited about it. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to continue to try to be active. I'm going to try to switch it up so I don't have a Poshmark injury in the future, because I do not want that to be like a permanent thing. And we'll see how it goes. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.